Hey, what's going on? You know what it is. It's Watch the Right Film, and this is a movie review on the new Will Smith film, Concussion. Hit it!
Yeah, Boogie, what up? Boogie, what up? Boogie, what up? Hey, hey, tell me what they talking about. Man, I bet them niggas talking about this. Hey, niggas say doing what? Hey, tell me what they talking about. Man, I bet them niggas talking about this. Hey, niggas say doing what? Hey, but I bet they don't do it like this.
Now, Concussion stars Will Smith as the lead character playing Dr. Bennett Umalu, and Will Smith is really fantastic in this film. I can't say enough about his performance in it. He has a Nigerian accent, and you would think that might throw you off a little bit, but it doesn't. It actually works. You hear him for the first couple minutes, and you're like, is this Will Smith doing a Nigerian accent? But then you roll with it. After a while, you just get used to it. There's that amazing line in the trailer that they throw in there. Tell the truth. And it's I can imagine that scene only works when you're like this close, because I would imagine if you've seen it from like the side, you probably would find it kind of goofy. You just see this African guy sitting there, tell the truth. But anyways, his performance was really good. Like, I think that probably was one of the better Will Smith performances in the past couple years. With After Earth, when Focus was okay, but it just was kind of phoned in almost to me. But seeing him in this film, you were able to be like, man, you remember, like, Will Smith has some good acting chops. He's already gotten a Golden Globe nomination for it, which is fantastic for him. We're going to see hopefully he gets some Oscar, nomination. I don't think he's going to win. He definitely wasn't the best performer of the year. But this movie is really about him because it's really small. It's a film where Will Smith plays Dr. Bennett Umalu, who was a coroner from Pittsburgh, and a coroner is pretty much, a person who cuts open dead people and works on them and stuff like that. And he plays it really well, and, he sits there and he has these scenes where he's, like, in love with the bodies. I don't want to, not necrophilia, but, like, he's very intimate with his job. He takes it serious. He takes, working on these dead people seriously, and he comes across a former NFL player who's committed suicide, and he starts to discover some things to why did he kill himself? And as he's starting to uncover these things and do these tests, he comes along and he finds out that the NFL is, not treating these players correctly. It's not doing its concussion protocols and all this other stuff. And, it could have worked on these big grand ideas and themes. It could have talked about the NFL more, or the concussion protocol. It seems like it has these grand ideas, and it's like it walks right up to it, and it says, nope. We're going to stay down here and be really small. It's really concentrated. It's mostly set in Pittsburgh, and like has a lot of scenic shots of Heinz Field, I believe it's called, the Pittsburgh Steelers Stadium. It has a lot of like scenic scenes of that, just to kind of show you that, yeah, we're in Pittsburgh, and we see you, NFL. We see you. And so, there's a lot of people were really good in this. Alec Baldwin was really good. Albert Brooks, he was one of my favorite characters in this film, because he kind of was just kind of an a-hole that you kind of needed in this serious film to kind of give it a little levity. And this film, it dealt with some big, broad ideas, but just in an interesting way, because, when you're talking about brain scans and CT scans and these medical terms and all these different things, that could get to be really just out there, like a big, too much. When there's a scene where Will Smith is talking, he's, explaining all these things, and you have this character who goes, can you say it so I can understand it too, please? And that's what the film did. It, other than that scene, it had most of the stuff. You didn't see like the brain scans, because we're not going to know what that is. We're not scientists. Everyone isn't a scientist who's going to go see this movie. And so they broke it down to where you didn't have to be bogged down with tons and tons of information. You can get it short, packaged, and delivered to you. And so that was one of the things that I think was good about the film, but it also kind of hindered it from being, bigger than what it could have been. It was mostly about Will Smith's character. It wasn't really about the NFL like it should have been. There really wasn't any too many intense moments. You know, the trailer kind of makes it seem as if, you know, like in most movies, conspiracy movies, you know, someone's brakes lines are gonna get cut or someone's gonna get shot at. But you know, nothing really happens. A few phone calls, a few, you know, chase follows, but that, you know, it wasn't supposed to be, because sometimes real life isn't that way. And so overall, I'm gonna give this film 3 raised fists out of 5. And check out Concussion. Let me know what you think. Put your comments down here at the bottom. One of these seconds. Put it down at the bottom. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and as always, I'm DJ Thirst, and this is Watch the Right Film, the show where we discuss, debate, and review black film.